Hey folks, today, I don't know, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning-ish, 9:30 maybe. I'm on my way to the fruit market on Theprasit Road. I'm just cutting through the back way here from Sukhumvit Road. Going through the swamp here. But it's the first week of October, and historically, it's about the peak of the rainy, wet season. The rainy season is starting to come to an end, and this time of year seems to be a really good time of year for fruit. Thailand has a variety of fruits, some of which you may know about, some of which you may not. I remember the first time I came here almost 30 years ago, I was actually a little intimidated by the quantity and some of the fruit. I had never seen it. I didn't know what it was, what it tasted like, how to eat it. And I'm not talking about apples, oranges, bananas, watermelons. They have that too, and I knew about that. But there's a lot of kind of unique fruits to this area, and now I kind of know more of what they are and how to eat them and so forth. So I'm going to go to the fruit market today. I'm going to take 100 baht, and I'm going to see how many different kinds of fruit I can get and what that looks like. I'm not going to buy 10 kilos of 130 baht per kilo fruit. I'm going to try to get a big variety. I'm going to try to see how many different things I can get, a small quantity of each, and what that looks like. And then we'll go sit down at a bar somewhere and break it open and eat it and peel it and see what that looks like. So for right now, let's go buy some fruit. So yeah, we ended up with 2.5 kilograms of fruit. That's 5.5 pounds, and we spent the whole 100 baht. So I left the fruit market back in central Pattaya. Going to go down Soi Buakhao to a nice bar. It's it's like a nice nice morning bar. But the truth of the matter is, it's a nice bar any time of the day or night. But it's a nice bar to go in the morning. They're open, and they have coffee and breakfast, and it's kind of a relaxed atmosphere. It's called the Marquis Bar. And a lot of bars are closed this time of day. And other ones might be open, but they're like Skeleton Crew or something like that, one person. The Marquis Bar is pretty much always got something going on. But right now in October here is probably the best selection and price that fruit's been all year. We had a dry spell, a big dry spell like in the spring, early summer, and I think that kind of delayed the fruit season. But now with some rain that's come in, there's a pretty good selection and pretty fair prices at the fruit market. So I think it's a good time to do this. Yeah, here we are, right here on the left. And one of the reasons I'm coming here, it's a nice chill place, but they have one of the only bars on Buakhao with really nice parking. They've got car parking in the back, and over here, look at this on the right, look at this bike parking. Plenty of ample bike parking under roof in case it rains or something. So kudos to Marquis Bar. So that's one reason I really like them. But anyway, let me get all this set up, and we'll eat some fruit. Yeah, so I'm all situated here now. I got a nice seat here on the side. I got an orange juice and a coffee to drink with my fruit. I think I got about 12 different items here. This first thing, I've heard two names. I've heard it called a sugar apple. I've heard it called a custard apple. You want to get these if they're kind of soft. You don't want to get them when they're real hard. And they'll just tear apart, and then the meat comes right out of these sections here. The meat, the look of it reminds me of backfin crab meat. The color and the way it comes off out of the spine of the fruit here. It doesn't taste like crab meat, of course. It tastes a little bit like an apple, a little bit like a pear, but a very mellow, mild sweetness. This fruit's got vitamin A, vitamin C. It's good for your heart. It's got potassium, magnesium, controls blood pressure. You just got to be careful with the seeds. It does have some seeds in it that you want to eat around. But they're pretty good. These are pretty good. So next, I got this orange fruit. It's called a persimmon fruit, but I've also heard it called a khaki fruit before. And unfortunately, this one's not quite ripe enough. You want to kind of wait until these are a deeper shade of orange. This one isn't quite ripe enough, but it's okay. But these are really good for you. These are really high in fiber, this fruit. The only problem is they're a little bit hard to peel, but this young lady offered to help me peel this fruit. So yeah, I always make a mess of it, and you can really easy to cut too deep into the skin by the way the fruit is shaped. Anyway, for me it is. But I tried to get some fruit that's not that common, so I'm hoping that these are some fruits that maybe you haven't seen before or tried. This is tastes a little bit like honey. It's a very subtle sweetness. The riper they get, the sweeter they are. This one's going to be a little bit on the bland side because it's not fully ripe. But they're loaded with fiber, and these are excellent to eat every day. So she's going to peel this. She's going to peel this up, and then I'll take a bite of it. Yeah. So this one's even a little bit harder than I thought. These sections inside should be really soft, very soft and almost mushy when it's fully ripe. So it's hard to find these fully ripe here. They tend to sell them, pick them and sell them way before they're ripe, and then you can just let it sit. Ideally, I guess you just let it sit and let it ripen up. The next thing I got here is jackfruit. Now, jackfruit comes in a great big, huge kind of fruit that grows on a tree. Some people get it mixed up with durian. I've seen that before. But generally, this is how you're going to buy these. They're already going to be cleaned for you. The fruit can weigh up to like 80 pounds. It's a huge ball. It's like got some a rough texture to it. They're green, But this fruit tastes very fruity. It tastes like a mixture of several different kinds of fruit. And I guess the notable thing about this is it has protein in it. So if you're vegetarian or vegan or whatever, you can get your protein by eating this fruit. Let's see what comes out of here next. Next thing I got is a mangosteen. I think the season's about over for these mangosteens. They're small, and there's not as many of them. But this you just go around the edge and crack them open. This one's a little bit overripe, but these are also very good for you, very healthy. You can even steam these, and if you steam them, some of that rind, the purpleness from the rind, will leach into the meat, and it tastes like medicine. They're usually delicious, but once you steam them, they taste like medicine. But they're supposed to like prevent cancer and things like that. So this is called a rambutan. Same kind of principle. You're just going to crack them open at the skin with your thumbs, and a very nice translucent kind of fruit inside there. I don't know what that tastes like either. They don't really taste. Doesn't really taste like anything from the major fruits that I could compare it to. This is called a longan. There's another kind of fruit very similar to this that has a lot of seeds in it. This one doesn't have the seeds. This one is very closely compared to a lychee, I guess you could say. But these are usually really cheap too. I buy these sometimes to feed to the monkeys. They love them. And a really nice flavor, kind of similar to a lychee. I guess that's how I would compare it. Clean some of this mess up here. But yeah, and most of these fruits you generally would buy in a larger quantity. I just bought a couple pieces of each. That's why it was kind of funny going through there today. See what this. Oh no, this is interesting. This is called a snake fruit. It's got a really tough skin, and you can almost cut yourself trying to open it up. Let's see if I can show you here. I think that's probably why they call it a snake fruit, because of the skin. It's like scaly almost, and it's these tiny little barbs on it. It really feels like fiberglass or sandpaper or something. But you kind of peel that off, and it's not hard to peel. It's just you got to be kind of careful because it's got such a rough texture with those little barbs. And then you got this big piece of meat inside, but it does have a sizable seed. This is a little bit of an acquired taste. There's a little bit of a bitterness to this. I like them. I could see some people not really liking them. But here again, very nutritious, a lot of vitamins in it, and fairly easy to open. You just have to kind of make peace with those little barbs on the side. Yeah, so this next one here, this is actually one of my favorites. This is called a dragon fruit. This is actually a smallish one. I got a kind of a small one. But the way I do them, I just cut them in half, and then I just make a little slit down the rinds to kind of make it easy to get the meat out. But the meat just basically pops right out from the skin, and that's all edible. All those little black seeds you see in there are edible. It's a great source of fiber. It kind of reminds me of a kiwi, but it's not as sweet and tart as a kiwi. It's a kind of a subtle sweetness, bland flavor. But they're real easy to eat, and great source of iron, magnesium. They say it gives you a healthy gut, promotes your digestive system, and with the fiber and all. And I like them. They got a nice taste to them. And it's a lot there. You eat the whole fruit, just that little light skin that you throw away. Yeah, so I'm kind of getting full here. This is a lot. I mean, it was 5.5 pounds of fruit. This is a mango. This is probably the most common thing that I got. Everybody's probably seen a mango before, but there's a lot of different kinds of mangoes, and this one is to me the perfect one. It's half sweet, half sour. It's just got a great taste. I'm just going to eat half of it now, save the other half for later. I also got a guava, or what they call here a falang, but I'm not going to eat that because I like to eat that with some salt on the side. That's more of a bitter type of fruit. They really come from South and Central America. That's why they call it a falang here. But I guess they started growing them, imported them, and started growing them. I just kind of take these mangoes. I really should have a cutting board, and I kind of skin them like you'd skin a fish. You know, I just lay them down. I run the knife right along the side, get the skin off. There's a million ways to skin and eat these things, but this one's just got that half sweet, half sour flavor, which I think is brilliant for these. So this was like the last thing I bought. I had 10 baht left out of the 100 baht. And they were 35 baht a kilo. And I picked out a nice big one, and I asked the lady, I said, I've got 10 baht, I'll give you 10 baht for this one. And she gave me that one, and she put another one in the bag. So I got two big heavy mangoes, which had to have been more like half a kilo, which should have been something like 17 baht or something. I just she gave them to me for the 10 baht. So that was very nice. She was an older lady. But I'm going to clean this mess up here and call it a day. So yeah, that'll do it for the fruit fiesta here. So all totaled, we had 2.5 kilos, 5.5 pounds of fruit. We paid 100 baht. At the exchange rate today, that would be like $3.28 US. If you divide that by the 5.5 pounds, it came out to like 59 cents a pound for the fruit. So that might put it in perspective. Might help to put it in perspective. I don't know. But I got like a ton of it left. I'll be eating it for the next 3 days. I gave some to the girls there, yeah, I had fun. I like fruit, and I like when you can get a good deal on it. So hope you enjoyed the little video here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button. And until next time, bye for now. Thanks for watching.